Hello everyone, welcome back to Royalty Soaps. Do not read the comments if you do not want the gender surprise spoiled for you. I already know there's going to be people talking about it down there, and last time there were so many people who scrolled down to look at the comments and were like, oh, there's spoilers down here, now I already know what it is. So don't go looking if you don't want to know. This has basically been the most requested video of 2019, and I'm really happy we finally get to upload it and get it out there because it's been hard for me to keep this part of the pregnancy a secret. But before we jump in, I do want to say that today's video is sponsored by Poshmark. I am thrilled to death, you guys. I have had such good experiences with Poshmark. If you don't know what it is, it's basically like a huge online marketplace similar to like eBay or Etsy, but specifically for fashion, name brand fashion, shoes, accessories, that sort of thing. About a year ago, I was looking for a watch by Cluse, and they were really, really expensive, and I just didn't have the money for that. So I went to Poshmark, and I found one on there for like $20. It came really, really quickly. I was thrilled with the seller. She was so sweet. I've also got name brand Levi jeans from them, like the high-waisted mom jeans, again, because they're so expensive at Urban Outfitters. Got on Poshmark, 10 bucks. 10 bucks, and that included shipping as well. And you guys, I am nesting. Everything is getting cleaned in my whole house. I am opening up buckets of clothes. I keep my winter clothes and my summer and spring clothes separate. So I was going through both of those boxes and just found some old maternity things that I'm not going to be able to wear anymore. They're the wrong season, but they've only been worn a few times. So I'm going to be selling those on Poshmark. I've already sold some items on Poshmark before. It's just a really easy process. So I'm going to have some of those things available for you guys. If there's some mamas out there that are looking for some cheap clothes, I'm not looking to make a huge profit off of these. I just want them out of my house and into the hands of someone who could really need them. You can sign up via the link below. It's completely free. Like I said, it's just an online marketplace, so it's not like it's going to charge you for something like that. The link is right there at the very, very top of the description box. And my closet, aka the little shop where I'm selling all of my gently used clothes, is KDW Carson. That's right, I have the same username across all the platforms just to make it easy for you guys. Seriously though, go download the app. Poshmark's amazing. They have clothing for every single size. That's another thing I really appreciate. And just so you guys know, all the clothes that I'm going to be selling are probably going to be larges and extra larges. I find with specifically online influencers that a lot of the clothes I really like are so nice, but they're just too small. Like, why is everyone like a small, extra small? But Poshmark caters to everybody. So they got your curvy gals, they got your super thin ladies, any size you are, they got you covered. You can also shop by brand. So those of y'all who are like, I only wear free people, boo boo, they got you too. Once again, super big thanks to Poshmark for sponsoring this video, and let's find out what gender my baby is. So for this soap, there are gonna be a couple of surprise bits that I have to hide as I go along. I will be inserting a heart in the soap, and it will be either blue or pink, and that will be what we use for the gender reveal. So I can only show you the majority of the soap making, and I'll tell you, okay, I'm about to have to cut so I can put the embeds in. But it starts out just like all of my other soaps, blending in the lye water solution with the oils. Just gonna pour it down my stick blender. Here's the JB on the side, points if you know what that means. And now I will blend until just past emulsion. Emulsion being reached, I am going to pour off the accent colors. The first accent color is going to be blue, and the second one's going to be pink, and we're going for a bit more of a vibrant scheme today. Traditionally, I know that a light pink and a light baby blue are used for this type of thing, but your girl likes some color, and she likes it strong in her soap. I'm actually gonna take the pink accent color and the base color off to the side, and we're gonna work with just the blue right now. So we're gonna color it with Midnight Blue Crystal Mica from Nurture Soap. I've already pre-mixed it with oils. I'm just gonna pour that right in. It's so pretty. And then we're gonna add the fragrance oil. I decided to use Moonlit Path today. This is a Bath & Body Works duplication fragrance from Nature's Garden. It was probably like, you know, the best-selling fragrance in the 90s ever. It gives me a lot of good memories. I've added the fragrance oil, so now I'm gonna blend in both the fragrance oil and the colorant until everything is nice and incorporated. All the sides have been wiped down, and we can pour this into our 2 brambleberry molds. And for this soap, I am once again pouring on an incline so that we can have a nice little triangle shape on the side. I'm just filling this up, making sure it's all even all the way down. And I'll come over to this side and do the same thing. And we will let this harden while we mix up our next couple of layers. I love seeing it float down the edge like that. It's so satisfying. Come over here, I have a little extra, so I'll just go ahead and fill that in. And we're gonna let this harden. For the pink color today, I am using watermelon pink from Nurture. I'm not actually sure if this is still available. I think it is, but I'm not 100%. If it is, I'll leave you guys a link below. And I'm also gonna be using some titanium dioxide mixed with water to make this side white, and we're gonna do it in the pot swirl. Since all the color is blended in, I went ahead and added the fragrance oil. And now I will take the pink and I will do a drop swirl into the white, just like so. And the white is not super runny, so this swirl is gonna look really cool. It's gonna be a really nice in the pot swirl. And then to make pouring easier, I'm not gonna mix anything up. I'm just gonna pour some off into this container right here, and we will start adding it to our brambleberry molds. That first one thickened up to the point that I can now safely remove it. So using my spatula to break the fall, I'm just gonna add in this layer of pink and white. Maybe tap that down a little bit. Gonna pour this into the other side. I decided it was thick enough that I probably didn't need to use that little container as a helper. I can just pour it straight in. And this, my friends, is where we must say goodbye to this part of the soap, because now I have to add in the soap canes and cover them up so you can't see them until we cut the bars tomorrow. So let's move along to the frosting. I am using the Royalty Soaps piping set today to pipe this soap, and we're gonna do a classic 3-2-1 on top. All the piping is going to be white, and then we're gonna have some pink and blue embeds with a lot of glitter as well. So Caleb and I are gonna take this time to talk about our baby a little bit, talk about parenting stuff. This is just gonna be all about baby because we thought how fitting for doing the gender reveal soap.
So I got a question for you.
Okay.
Because Lily is having a younger sibling here.
Right.
Do you remember, or have your parents told you, what your reaction was when Kenny was announced to you?
I do, so I don't remember like them telling me, oh, we're going to have a baby. But I do remember them bringing him home. And I remember the anticipation of that because my grandparents stayed with me. My grandparents live in Houston, so it was always such a big deal if they came because they didn't come very much. Because it's like a 4-hour drive, you guys. Texas is really big. So they stayed with me while my parents went to the hospital to have Kenny. And I just remember them telling me, oh, your little brother's been born, because my parents didn't find out if it was a boy or a girl. And it honestly didn't matter to me. I was only 3 or 4 at the time. I guess 3. I was 3 at the time, so I didn't care. I was just like, yay, somebody else to play with. And they brought him home and he was in his little car seat, and I remember wanting to hold him immediately. And my parents were still trying to say hi to everyone, and I cried because they wouldn't let me hold him immediately.
There's this theory out there.
Conspiracy theory, Shane Dawson, Chuck E. Cheese pizzas.
So there's this theory out there that when you're pregnant, what you eat and the things that you crave are gonna be what the child enjoys as he or she grows up. So for instance, you told me that your mom loved like lima beans and popcorn and crap whenever you were in the womb. And that's kind of what you ate whenever you were pregnant with Lily. And
no, remember I didn't eat popcorn because it made me feel sick.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't eat popcorn like the whole time, and we were all freaking out because like I almost ate like a bag a day and then I quit cold turkey, and y'all were like, you're like an addict trying to do it alone. And I'm like, no, I just don't want it at all. I did eat a lot of lima beans and I did eat a lot of macaroni and cheese, which Lily really does like, but the popcorn thing is unexplainable because Lily loves popcorn. Maybe that's just like a mutual love, but I didn't eat it whenever she was in the womb.
So what have you been eating this pregnancy that you think our child may like have cravings for, stuff like that?
You know, I've honestly eaten so much healthier this pregnancy and I didn't have a lot of cravings, period. With Lily, I had so many, but this time it's been a lot better. I will say, like, the only thing I've really wanted were like breakfast food bready items. Like, I really wanted waffles, pancakes, and biscuits. Like, all of those things sounded really good. Oh yeah, and I guess I also went through a moment there where I just wanted peanut butter sandwiches so bad. You weren't in there in the house, but I ate like peanut butter sandwiches for lunch like for 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering why that jar went down so
It was definitely me. I also ate peanut butter on apples too, though, because I think it was probably just the peanut butter, not really the jelly. I don't know, I can't remember any after that though. Like, I really haven't craved a lot of sweets this time, thank goodness. Okay, so all the piping is on, so now I'm gonna take some sparkles and we're gonna mist those on top. Namely, I'm gonna take some Sparkle Me Blue, I think it is, or Sparkle Me Aqua. It's from Mad Mica's. It comes out so beautiful. It just gives it the most gorgeous shimmer I've ever seen. Seriously, this is my favorite thing to spritz now, and you can buy them in a collection online, like the Sparkle Me collection, and you get like 7 of these spritzers and it's amazing. I haven't gotten the collection yet. I just have this one to try, and guys, I am living. I'm gonna get the whole thing.
Since becoming a mom, has your love increased for your mom? Do you have some sort of like deep empathy that you didn't have before, where you're like, crap, this is harder, or what kind of feelings are you having towards that?
Oh, absolutely. It's just something you can't experience until you are one. And I think that that would apply to anybody who becomes a mom, no matter how they become a mom. If they adopt a child, or if they're fostering, or just filling that role for somebody, you just cannot empathize with your own parents until you do it. I mean, completely, I would say. And yeah, I mean, it gave me a huge respect for my mom. I mean, I only have one little kid and a baby on the way. My mom literally has 10 children. I don't know how she does it. I really don't. So yeah, I mean, it's made me respect her a lot. Okay, so now that I have spritzed the whole top, I'm gonna put in pink and blue heart embeds.
So I know you get to hang out with Lily all day, every day, but I don't get to do that as much. But when I do, I really enjoy it. And I just love seeing her grow and seeing all the little steps she takes. And she's getting to be really good with her speaking abilities, and just the things that she picks up, because it's so strange. I know you probably are not as in awe of this as I am, because I didn't grow up with children and you did, but watching somebody like crawl and be pretty much like that kind of transition between her being so helpless and she just can't do anything for herself or even feed herself. It's amazing to see that she's learning quickly.
So essentially what you mean is, like, for the first couple of months, like in a month, she would progress enough to, whoa, hold up her head, and it takes her a whole month. And now it seems like a week goes by and she learns how to say like 4 new words in that week. So it just seems like she's like, whoa, you've just sped off and you're going so quick. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, absolutely. It's
a really fun time to be a parent, I think. Even though now she's gotten to the point where she also has opinions, which we did not experience before. And my goodness, she has a lot of opinions. I wonder who she got that from. Definitely me, you guys. It's definitely me. Do you think in general, Caleb, she's more like you or more like me?
Probably more like me, because I'm more like an only child. So she's kind of spoiled right now.
Guys, I'm holding these and I'm realizing right this very second, I don't have enough blue. This happened last time I was pregnant. I know that some of you guys are gonna remember me going, I am like 2 or 3 embeds short, or I am like 4 or 5 embeds short. And it happens every single time I'm pregnant. I do not know why I'm like this. I really don't. All right, so I do have some leftover pink, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put that on the other side, and that's just gonna have to be the way it is. All right, last embed here. Gonna give this another quick spritz with some of the glitter, and I'm gonna spritz it with rubbing alcohol, and that's it, we're done. And here's what the soap looks like up close, so you can see that white is sparkling. We've got the pink and the blue. Who's excited about the cut tomorrow? So we're gonna let these sit for 18 to 24 hours, and then we'll come back and we'll chop them up after this quick commercial break. So we are back the next day to cut the gender reveal soap. If you haven't already guessed which gender our baby is, now is your big chance. It's gonna be the question of the day. So to vote, go ahead right now, click the I in the upper right-hand screen, and no cheating. So to make sure I don't whack all of those little embeds, I am gonna turn this one on its side and press down. Okay, it's time for the big reveal. Is it a prince or a princess? It's a little prince! If you guessed that we're having a baby boy, you were right. And as far as the design goes, how fun. I'm gonna have to do this in the future. I love seeing this on a slant and that it matches the blue heart. And it is fun to have that heart embed here and have all of the, you know, sort of marbly looking pink on the side. Then of course we have the piping and the 2 different colored little soap hearts and all the glitter on top. It's just fun. My due date is April 11th, but they've actually changed it on me multiple times, so I don't actually know. The first time they told me it was April 30th, then they moved it up to the 15th, and then they moved it up to the 11th. So essentially April. We can just circle all of April. If you guys were watched Lady and the Tramp, when Jim Dare is like, and then he just circles the whole month on the calendar, that's basically how I feel. Okay, so are you surprised? Is anybody out there surprised? So many people guessed boy. I feel like the majority of commenters are gonna be like, I knew it. The last little secret that we're keeping until I have actually had the baby is the name. So we actually already know what his name is. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was such a fun one to make, and it's also really cool to just kind of reflect on the past 2 years because so much has happened and just babies galore. Once again, if you want to check out my little Poshmark closet and get yourself some gently used maternity wear and clothes, girl, you know how to find me. Use the link down below. And again, thank you to Poshmark for sponsoring this video. Be sure you do something fun for yourself today, whether that is cuddling up and relaxing on your couch or going shopping also from your couch on Poshmark. Either way, do something that makes you happy, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now. Meow.